Hi everyone, I'm Cedric von Alesna, your discussant for this session. Today, we're diving into the art and science of effective speech delivery. Whether you're preparing for a presentation, a public speech, or even a casual conversation, how you deliver your message can make all the difference in how it's received and understood. By the end of our session, you'll have a toolkit of techniques to help you speak with confidence, clarity, and conviction. Let's begin our journey into the principles of speech delivery. There are several principles of speech delivery which an effective speaker needs to follow. The first principle of speech delivery is articulation. When a speaker's words cannot be understood because of poor articulation, the speech might as well not have been delivered at all. Articulation refers to the clear pronunciation or diction, which is very essential in effectively transmitting the message. Word choice and grammatic correctness are necessary in writing the speech, but it is highly important to know by the speaker the correct way of saying a word, whether they are familiar or unfamiliar. It also includes proper breathing techniques together with correct production of sounds that makes up words contribute to an effective articulation. Next is voice quality. It is the key when we speak of modulation. Modulation refers to the capability of the vocal tone to adjust to the resonance and timbre of the voice. Importance of modulation. Voice quality is essential for effective communication. Pleasant voice tones are soothing to the ears, while unpleasant voice tones, such as flat or high pitched sounds, can distract or discomfort the audience. Key aspects of modulation. First, adjusting vocal tone to maintain audience interest. Second, balancing resonance and timbre for a pleasant sound. However, a microphone in any speaking engagement requires modulation as the amplifiers will resonate voice further. Nevertheless, with or without the microphone, the speaker should know how to produce a pleasant sound through his or her voice, which will bombard the eardrums of the audience. The next principle is volume. Volume refers to the relative softness or loudness of your voice. Let's remember the Goldilocks paradigm of delivery. Too little volume, your audience will struggle to hear and understand you. Just the right volume, it is clear, audible, and comfortable for the audience. Too much volume, your audience may feel uncomfortable as if you're yelling at them. Things that you must consider. Adjust volume based on the size of the audience and the room. And lastly, practice speaking at different volumes to find the appropriate level. Next is pitch. Pitch refers to the relative highness or lowness of your voice. Too much pitch variation occurs when voices oscillates between very high and very low pitches. It can be attributed to nerves or excessive emotion. Too little pitch variation or becoming monotonous are caused by reading too much or lack of engagement. Becoming monotonous fails to convey enthusiasm or emphasizing important points. These are tips for pitch variation. First, practice speaking naturally to show interest in your topic. Second, record yourself to assess your pitch variety and enthusiasm. Third, choose topics you care about to avoid speaking in a monotone. The next principle of speech delivery is stage presence. Stage presence refers to the ability of the speaker to own the stage, meaning to be able to fill the space and project his or her personality to the audience. However, the opposite of stage presence is stage fright, which is considered the topmost fear in the world of public speaking. There is a saying, no one is immune from stage fright. The moment you stand in front of a large crowd, you would always feel the fear. However, a good speaker, though, would feel fear in speaking in front of an audience, should only feel it in the beginning parts of his speech, and should always overcome the said fear. If the speaker manages to overcome his or her fear, chances are he or she would deliver the speech victoriously. Otherwise, the speaker will fail to transmit the message he or she has to send to his audience. Next is facial expression. Facial expressions are one of the most visible and expressive forms of nonverbal communication. They can reveal your feelings, thoughts, and intentions, as well as influence how your audience perceives you. You can improve your facial expressions by first, appropriateness. Match facial expressions with the tone, content, and context of your speech. Example, avoid smiling during a serious or sad message. Second, consistency. Align your facial expressions with your verbal messages and body language. Example, avoid frowning or shaking your head when delivering a positive message. Third, variety. Avoid using the same facial expressions throughout your speech. Example, overusing a smile can reduce its impact during important moments. Fourth, record and review. Record yourself giving a presentation, watch the recording to assess facial expressions and alignment with your message. Identify strength and weaknesses for improvement. Fifth, watch other speakers live or online. Observe their facial expressions and learn from their techniques and mistakes. Six, seek feedback. Ask a trusted friend, colleague, or coach to watch your presentation. Receive honest and constructive feedback on your facial expressions and implement their suggestions. Seventh, experimentation. Try different facial expressions in various situations. Experiment with different audiences and topics to see what works best. Next is gestures. Gestures are any arm or hand movement used during your speech. They emphasize and illustrate verbal communication. There are various types of gestures. First, emphatic gestures. They emphasize the verbal communication and emotions. Example, pointing with one finger, circular hand motions to show enthusiasm. Second, descriptive gestures. They illustrate or refer to objects, numbers, size, shape, or speed. Example, counting with your fingers, showing size or shape with your hands. Lastly, eye contact. It establishes and maintains rapport with the audience, contributes to the speaker's credibility, and holds the audience attention, and communicates welcome, unwelcome, comfortable, discomfort listening to ignoring. How to avoid eye contact. Techniques like staring at 3 points of the back wall or using the swimming method appear unnatural. How to avoid eye contact. Techniques like staring at 3 points on the back of the wall or using the swimming method appear unnatural. Genuine eye contact involves looking around the entire room, including front, back, left, and right side. Eye contact should last at least 5 seconds with individuals throughout the room. In establishing eye contact, there are cultural considerations. Norms for eye contact vary among cultures. Speakers should challenge themselves to integrate the host culture's expectations. And lastly, audience should be accommodated of cultural differences. That's it for our lesson today. Remember, speech delivery is an important skill that you need to develop and master. We do it every day, and there will always be points in our life that giving a speech would define where we are going. I hope you have learned a lot from this lesson. Do not forget to answer the quiz, and thank you for listening.